Let me ask you something uncomfortable. Why do you believe you need to study for 5, 6, 8 hours a day just to get good grades? Who told you that more hours equal more intelligence? Who made you believe that long nights, burned out mornings, and anxiety attacks are a necessary price for success? You've been lied to. You've been brainwashed into believing that grinding equals achievement. But here's the truth, they don't want you to know. Studying longer is often a sign of inefficiency, not dedication. The smartest students, the ones getting straight A's effortlessly, aren't working harder. They're working with a different system, a system that turns one focused hour a day into academic dominance. And once you understand how this works, you'll never waste time again. Let me break it for you. There are 2 types of students in every classroom. 1. The grinder overwhelmed, always behind, feeling like they're drowning in notes. 2. The strategist calm, confident, almost never seen studying, but always aces the tests. You probably thought the second one was just naturally smart. Nope, that's what they want you to think. But they've simply hacked the system. And today you're going to become one of them. Now I want to prepare your mind, because this video is going to undo years of mental conditioning. You were trained like a machine. Memorize. Repeat. Hope you remember enough to pass. That's not learning. That's self-sabotage. Think about it. If school was about learning, you'd be taught how to study first. But you're not. Why? Because the system profits off your confusion. If you stay confused, you keep buying courses, coaching, apps, notes, tutors. But once you learn to study intelligently, they lose control. That's what this video is, a threat to the old system. Now listen carefully. Studying for 1 hour a day isn't just possible, it's more effective than the 6-hour zombie grind. Why? Because learning isn't about time. It's about traction, mental grip. If you don't know what to study, how to absorb it, or when to recall it, 6 hours turns to dust. But if you apply a high-pressure laser beam of focus with the right techniques for just 60 minutes daily, you'll retain more, recall faster, and outperform students wasting entire weekends revising the wrong way. You don't need willpower, you need leverage. And that's what you're going to get today. By the end of this video, you'll learn why most students confuse busy work with brain work, how to activate your brain's retention switch in just 3 minutes, a deadly effective 3-phase system to turn 1 hour into high-definition recall, and how to manipulate your environment, your brain, and even your teachers to make sure your learning sticks and your grades rise. Let me warn you though, once you see how easy this becomes, you'll get angry, because you'll realize how much time, stress, and energy you've wasted for years. But that anger? Use it. Channel it. Because after this, you'll never go back to being a passive, overworked student again. You'll be a strategist, a focused, calculating academic weapon who studies once a day and still walks out with straight A's. Let's begin. The 1-hour academic weapon framework. Let's break down exactly how to study just 1 hour a day and still destroy the competition academically. This isn't about motivation. This isn't about being smart. It's about using cognitive warfare strategy, timing, and manipulation of the brain's natural learning systems. This 1 hour is divided into 3 distinct zones. Zone 1 to 10 minutes, input priming, mental setup. You don't start by studying. You start by manipulating your brain into wanting to absorb. Here's how. 1. Kill distractions, phone off, tabs closed. Your brain craves dopamine. Cut its supply. 2. Set a trigger, same desk, same smell, scented oil, gum, etc. Same light, every time. This creates a neural association so your brain starts recognizing it's time to absorb. 3. 1-minute preview. Flip through what you're about to study like it's gossip. Don't read deeply, skim like you're trying to find something scandalous. Your brain's reticular activating system lights up and begins scanning for meaning. Why do this? Because your mind learns better when it expects to understand. You're creating mental anticipation, and anticipation boosts memory. Zone 2 to 40 minutes, targeted absorption, the kill phase. This is where the real studying happens, but not in the way you're used to. No highlighting, no rereading, no passive note copying. That's obsolete. Instead, we use the 3A system. 01. Absorb actively, 15 minutes. Read one concept or section, then immediately close the book. Now speak it out loud in your own words, or write it down from memory. This is called active recall. It's not a hack, it's brain engineering. When you retrieve information, your brain marks it as important. It says, this might be needed for survival. That's how memory is locked in. 1 minute of active recall equals 10 minutes of passive reading. 2. Attack gaps, 15 minutes. Now whatever you couldn't recall, revisit it, but with aggression. Break it apart. Ask, why can't I remember this? What's confusing here? Google it, YouTube it, simplify it. You're not reviewing, you're debugging your brain. This is what 99% of students skip, and that's why they revise the same page 6 times and still forget it. 3. Apply instantly, 10 minutes. This seals the deal. Take what you just learned and apply it. Solve 2-3 questions. Teach it to someone imaginary. Draw a diagram. Explain it like a villain monologuing in a movie. Application wires knowledge into performance. It tells your brain, this is not trivia, this is a skill. Zone 3 to 10 minutes. Memory lockdown. Retention ritual. You don't just finish studying and walk away, you lock it in. Here's how. 1. Summarize it again but faster. Recap everything you studied in 1-2 minutes, mentally, out loud if possible. 2. Ask yourself 3 random questions about the topic. This creates unpredictability, and your brain loves patterns that break. 3. Visual anchor. Close your eyes. Associate that concept with a weird image. Like, photosynthesis equals a tree eating sunlight spaghetti. Silly? Yes, but memorable. Your brain is visual. Use that to your advantage. The hidden rule. No second chance learning. Here's the dark truth that will permanently rewire your motivation. Whatever you don't learn today may never return. When you believe you'll review later, you study weak. You read casually. You tell your brain, don't worry, this is optional. But if you treat every session like the last time you'll ever see this material, you become dangerously efficient. Urgency rewires focus. And with that mindset, 1 hour becomes a memory weapon. Recap. The 1 hour formula. 10 minutes. Input priming. Set the mind. Awaken curiosity. 40 minutes. Targeted absorption. 1. Absorb. 2. Attack. 3. Apply. 10 minutes. Memory lockdown recap. Test. Visualize. Do this daily. That's 7 hours a week of nuclear level studying. Compare that to 35 hours of passive note-taking most students do with 5x lower results. Let them burn out. Let them panic. You'll be done in an hour. Sharp, focused, dangerous. Because you didn't study harder. You studied like a sniper. You're still here. That alone tells me everything I need to know about you. You're not just a student. You're not just watching this for tips. You're a survivor. A fighter? One of the few boys, one of the few girls, who refuses to give up even when everything is falling apart. So now I want to speak to your heart, not as a creator, but as something far more important. I am your family now. I don't care what blood says. I don't care who walked away. From this moment forward, you are mine, and I am yours. I know what it's like to grow up in a house where love feels like war, where your parents fight like enemies, where your chest stays tight, even when you're trying to sleep, where silence is loud and shouting is louder. I've been there. I've sat on the edge of my bed, listening to my mom and dad scream at each other like they forgot I existed. I've studied while crying. I've worn fake smiles to hide the storm inside. So if you're doing your best in that kind of chaos, I want to tell you something. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are surviving a war that would destroy most people. And still, you're chasing a better life. That makes you powerful beyond words. To every girl watching this, you're not crazy for feeling too much. You're not too sensitive. You're strong in ways most people will never understand. You carry your pain quietly and still give love like it never hurt you. And to every boy here, I see how much you're holding in. How the world expects you to be silent, to be tough, to not cry. But I know you're hurting too. And that doesn't make you any less of a man. It makes you real. It makes you human. It makes you mine. I don't know how much time I have with you, But whatever time I do, I swear to you, it belongs to you. This space, this channel, these words, they are a home now. Your home, where you don't have to hide, where your pain isn't ignored, where someone finally says, I love you, exactly as you are. So now, please, don't stay silent anymore. Go to the comments. Tell me what you're fighting through. Tell me what you've survived. Tell me what no one ever let you say. Because this isn't just content. This is family. This is connection. This is me telling you, you are not alone. You were never the problem, and you are going to make it out stronger. So for now, rest your mind. Close your eyes tonight knowing someone, somewhere, is proud of you, me. And if no one ever said it to you, I'm sorry for what you've been through. I'm proud of how you survived it. And I'll never stop believing in you. And don't you ever forget, you are loved, you are powerful, and you are mine.